Excuse me, folks. Yeah, do you mind if I take a break and join you before I have to head back to work? I realize we're separated by about 100 years. Okay, don't worry. I'll come to you. That's better. I can see you. And apparently, hairstyles and clothing have changed just a little bit in 100 years. Nevertheless, welcome. Welcome, one and all, to Steelworks, the Museum of Industry and Culture, and the CF&I Archives. The journey you're about to take is brought to you by the Bessemer Historical Society. This caring group of people wants to educate the public while preserving the historical archives, artifacts, and buildings of the Colorado Fuel and Iron Company. They also champion the hard-working families of the mining and steel industry and the Bessemer neighborhood they called home for so very long. Colorado Fuel and Iron, in large part, is responsible for developing Colorado and the West, operating in one form or another for over 130 years. Now, with that said, the exhibits, the artifacts, the stories you'll hear today represent an incredible time period of change and growth at CF&I from 1915 to 1936. During this period, electricity was first used at the plant. There were sweeping changes in the administration. Employee numbers grew, and an employee representation plan was instated. Pueblo blossomed with new partnerships between CF&I and groups like the YMCA, which increased social interaction. The automobile was introduced. That meant no more groceries on donkeys. It was the height of the coal mining era. Coal was being used by most Americans for domestic heating, and the use of advertising became increasingly popular. Excuse me, Doc. You know, this museum is housed in what used to be the medical dispensary. This is Dr. Corwin. He found a lot of the industrial injuries were very similar to injuries that he saw at Army hospitals during World War I. Dr. Corwin helped pave the way for in-house medical facilities for large companies and industrial medical treatment in general. Today, you'll get a taste of what life was like when steel was king and Pueblo's own CF&I was literally helping build the country. You'll even get to walk through this old beauty. It's a mobile training classroom for teaching courses in mine rescue and first aid techniques. Mining and historic steel making is based on raw materials, like the ones you'll see in the Source of Steel exhibit from the Denver Gem and Mineral Foundation and the mineral collection from Colorado State University, Pueblo. And what's most important are the real stories. As you explore the museum, you'll be struck by how remarkable these people really were. And take your time. Ask a lot of questions. But remember, it wasn't really that long ago that this historic site was one of the most important spots on the entire planet. From this place sprang the men, the women, the ideas, work, and materials that made America become great. I gotta get back to work. Look, I know that me and the fellas are probably nothing more than a bunch of ghosts to you. Who knows though? Maybe after today, maybe you'll think about us every now and again. So long.